My eyes and my stomach already hurt.
Yeah. Oh, does that mean we're on? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 8 of Lawnhub Live at Lunch. I am today's host as Clint and also Dylan. So Kira's running solo behind the cameras today. So if we have any troubles, just give us some leniency. But Dylan and Clint are at the Melbourne International Flower and Garden Show. I got it right. First go.
Oh, not bad.
So people from all around the world go and to this, what is it, like a function? Is it a function? What is it?
It's looking pretty good.
Yeah, display.
Displays.
People from around Australia, like big people in the industry, get around. They build gardens, and Clint and Dylan have gone to interview about a dozen people. So it looks really good. Obviously, of course, we've also got F1s in Melbourne starting today.
Think so.
Is there practice today, qualifying Saturday, race Sunday? We've had the V8 supercars in Melbourne this week as well. So it's been all happening, hasn't it, Jye? So, and Jye was saying before that he had a guy ring yesterday asking when Jye was going to be on the next podcast. He didn't know that he was going to be on the next podcast, but
surprise.
Here he is. So, crowd favourite, Johnny. Welcome back, mate.
Where's the applause?
Yeah.
Just one moment, please.
Yeah, just one moment. We'll get there.
Yeah, no, it was good. Good to have
There
a
we
call
go.
up. There we go. Woo!
And we've got the music
Yeah,
going
on.
again. So following on from last week, it was absolutely mental. We had so many questions come through that both Clint and I couldn't answer them all. So Clint has forwarded me this morning all the questions that we weren't able to get to. Yes, Kiri, you can still slightly hear the music. Now I can't, it's gone. Yeah, all right, beautiful. So I'm going to answer those questions first. Then any new questions coming through, all that I ask is when you have a question, just when possible, add your location, your grass variety. And obviously always the shameless plugs, wherever you're watching this from, make sure you give us 5-star rating, you like, comment, subscribe, do all that sort of stuff because it helps us grow and hopefully allows us to get some big name people in these chairs to interview, podcast with. Clint and I had a discussion last week on who was going to be a guest this week, but unfortunately it didn't work out. So we'll keep those names private and safe in the Lawnhub safe for another time. But the people that we wanted to get on, I think, will bring a lot of value to the podcast. So we're still after a water sponsor. Unfortunately, yeah, still lacking there. But let me get started from the top. So from YouTube, Top Parker 1. And I think we got to this, but it was about the high-vis jumpsuits that we wear, about getting custom ones made to make sure that they have Clint or Adam. Will be funny AF. YouTube, VemGM. Need stickers, try Lawnhub. We can put them up at the green shop. I remember that conversation. So we're trying to start a movement where we're going to, like when the hats come in, which I'll talk about in a sec, that people go to the green shop and send a selfie with the Lawnhub hat. So it was pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Hats are currently being embroidered as we speak. I said that they were going to be available for today, but unfortunately I'm obviously a liar. So no, I'm not a liar. We dropped them off, but
That's as far as it got, really.
they should have been finished by today, but there was a bit more of a process, so I apologise for that. So, Insta Clint81, you should do a product review on cylinder mowers. Clint81, if you're on Instagram, you'll see that Clint owns more cylinder mowers than any golf course in Adelaide, and he is always reviewing them. So we can definitely get him to do a more focused video on that. From Facebook, Kyle Carruthers. Is it too late in the season to scout Village Green Kikuyu? Also love your work. Big fan of your products as well. Thank you, Kyle. Without knowing exactly where you're from, Kike's probably still got a few weeks left to be able to do a season scout, so you'll be fine. Facebook, Adam Patching. Hey gents, loving the pod, thank you. Learning lots. Just got myself a spray pack and nozzle upgrade. Can't wait to use it on my cooch. Should I get myself some Trojan also, or have I got enough fertiliser in the spray pack? Cheers, boys. Keep up the good work. Listening from Toowoomba, Queensland.
Toowoomba.
Thank you, Adam. This time of year, we'd be switching to premature. It's always good to have a granular fertiliser program with a liquid fertiliser program, because the granule is going to last in the soil a lot longer and the liquids are just going to help top that up. So that's what I would do. Facebook, Evan John, your motto gets me through dealing with my shitty lawn as long as it looks better than the week before, slowly getting better and better. Thank you, Evan. That is something that Clint says, as long as it looks better than the day before. TikTok comment from Quinny, Mike Hawks Long.
You sure?
Mr. Rumbles. His name is Nathan. Thank you, Nathan. Facebook, Brendan Mako Palmer. How good is the soil test? Well, I believe it's very good. I believe that it is very informative, and I think the package that we've put together, while still probably needs some adjusting, I think it's a good kit. Joe, anything on that?
No, I think it's a good kit.
Cool.
You've done well. A lot of testing.
Yep, getting there.
A lot of back and forth.
Yep, a lot of back and forth. Insta, Brad Goo. Is Spartan the best pre-emergent? And can I put it out with roots and shoots? Spartan, Onset and Barricade all contain the same active ingredient, which is prodiamine. Prodiamine is the leading pre-emergent used here in Australia. So in my opinion, it is probably the best pre-emergent, as it has the same active as all of those. In my opinion, avoid applying it with roots and shoots. Apply it with wet or any wetting agent, because it's going to yield a much better result. Thought I had the phone ring.
Yeah, I thought I did as well. I was like, silence.
And roots and shoots has a nitrogen content in it, and if you read the pre-emergent label, whether that be Barricade or Spartan, it says not to apply with any granule fertilizer. I'm not sure what it's. I know roots and shoots is a liquid, but I'm not sure if it's the nitrogen that reacts with Spartan. So just be on the safe side. Just apply it with wet. You'll get a better result. Raina Bride on YouTube. Hey gents, does the Solo 414 come in the nozzle for spraying Spartan, or does it need to be purchased separately? So I reached out to Raina actually sent me an email. No, so the ideal nozzle that comes, the ideal nozzle used for Spartan or Barricade is the air induction nozzle, which is a coarse nozzle, part of the lawn nozzle spray upgrade kit on the Lawnhub website. Daniel Pittman, lucky. Yep. Oh yeah, Daniel Pittman, he was the winner of all the prizes last week.
I told him he was banned.
So yeah, Daniel, if you're there, congratulations. Top Carter 1 on YouTube. Why don't you add NSFW to the beginner pack? I'm assuming that you're talking about the Lawn Builder pack.
Lawn Care Essentials.
Lawn Care, no, it's in there, isn't it?
Yeah. Just order that one.
Yeah.
That's a great beginner pack.
Yeah. Look, at the end of the day, if you did the maths and the calculation, by buying in a pack, you actually don't save that much. It's about $1 to $2 or $3. It's just a point that we've put all together, and it's made it easier for purchasing. Yeah. So if you want to add an NSFW, it's only going to cost you the price of the bottle, and depending on the pack price, you might end up getting free shipping on orders over $200. YouTube, Top Carter again. Clint, can you apply a money shot or 3-way with any liquid wetting agents? Do they react? And question 2, with the liquid range, what happened to them dosing bottles? They were handy. So 3-way can be mixed with wet, that's fine. Money shot I like to apply by itself. I think we actually got to this one. So the dosing bottles was the old 2-stroke bottles. Clint touched on that last week, but basically they didn't cut it in shipping. A lot of them were damaged. If you still want some, we've got some. We can definitely get them. I don't know, or we can talk about that after.
Send me an email.
Yeah, jye.warner@lawnhub.com.au.
That's it, not the other one.
Yeah, when Jye first started, he still in the comments was putting his old workplaces.
Yeah, that was a bit.
It's a bit. Jack Chapo off YouTube. What about issues where the kids' chooks are crapping and spots burning the lawn? When I water, it creates a wider brown circle. Tried buckets of roots and shoots. Kids as in goats, or kids chooks are like kids and chooks are crapping on the lawn, or is your kid crapping on the lawn like Jye's kid? No.
It wasn't my kid, it was me.
Oh yeah, it's Jye. Yeah.
Must be something in there.
Yeah.
Who?
Must
What are
be.
they eating? Let
Yeah.
us know what they're eating.
Jack, if you're there, just let us know what they're eating.
Because yeah, the roots and shoots should definitely help it out.
Yeah. YouTube for Connor. Final questions from me, guys. I've got both Trojan and 3O. What's the pros and cons, and what's better to apply considering both are fertilizer? So I'll answer this question first, because then there's another question. So Trojan will feed for longer, 8 to 12 weeks, whereas 3-way is 6 to 8 weeks. And I just want to touch on 3-way just quickly. So 3-way is very specific because it's got controlled release nitrogen in a liquid, which is not common to see that with a lot of liquid fertilizers. A lot of liquid fertilizer programs typically last 3 to 4 weeks, depending. Whereas 3-way's got the 6 to 8 week. So teaming them up together, like I was mentioning before, with a granule program mixed with a liquid program, you're just going to get the best out of your lawn. Anything to add to that? Oh, and 3-way's got EDTA trace elements in it, which helps unlock locked up nutrients in the soil. Very similar to what humic and fulvic acid does.
And it smells good.
No, it smells like bloody
It's terrible.
ammonia. Also, Adam, can you remind us what Easter egg we are trying to find on the website? Spent the pod looking through the website, but can't remember what I'm actually looking for. Okay, so because I'm an open and transparent and honest man, someone actually guessed who Clint used to work for, but they didn't supply the Easter egg that's hidden on the Lawnhub website. So unfortunately, the rules were you had to find out who he used to work for and what the Easter egg is on the website. Now, that's all. That's all
No
I'm giving.
clue.
No clue.
Because I spent a while looking for it, and then when you told me, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. So it's really
It's a proper Easter egg.
It's like not. It's not like when you play a PlayStation game and like your controller vibrates when you get closer. Like this is true. You need to really look at everything. Okay, I'll give a hint.
No.
No, I'll give you a hint. Look at every single product and read everything on the page.
Everything.
Everything. It's the only hint I'm going to give. Jack Weddell on YouTube. Is growing kikuyu from seed instead of sod a better way to get something stronger for shade and wear? Potentially, if you can get the kike to germinate. Unfortunately, this time of year, with the days becoming shorter, you're going to, unfortunately, probably run into some germination issues. But something to consider. Insta Mike 3231. Hi guys, have grubs in the garden beds surrounding the lawn. There is no evidence they are in the kikuyu lawn. Do I need to worry? If you have already protected your lawn with a cellophane, what will happen is if those grubs from the garden bed make their way into the lawn, they will succumb to the chlorantraniliprole.
Just learnt that one.
That is in the soil because it's 6 months residual. So, and as a cellophane isn't registered to use in garden beds, I can't just say go and sprinkle it in the garden bed. But you, in theory, you should be protected anyway, because if they do jump over the garden bed, they'll come into the treated
But
area.
they could also be in the lawn. You just don't know yet.
Well, if there's no evidence there, they might be there, but
Might
they
be there, yeah.
might be dead. She dead.
She did.
And that's been given a prize. So, not sure what the prize is yet, but we are giving away 4 bottles of NSFW. Ready? Just 4. Well, how many we got on hand at the moment? No, don't say, because our competitors will be like, we've got more than that. Doubt it. Goodness. So yeah, as normal, Kira will pick a question of her favourite for a prize, even though she's doing everything from behind the camera today. So, yes. Facebook, Shano Lee. Thanks for the quick reply to my email. Bought the weed and feed pack, and we'll definitely put the review and before photos. When would be the latest time to top dress before winter in New South fucking Wales? We're probably getting really close. Depending on where you are in New South fucking Wales, there is some real cold fronts coming through the eastern state and into South Australia. It's been freezing these the last couple of mornings. It's been terrible. So you want to get onto it quickly. Bearded Sith on YouTube. I'm doing my place with Sir Grange in a month. We'll send you guys photos following use of all your gear. Awesome. Let me know what gear you want me to buy for the first 6 months maintenance, and I'll get it sorted. Cherry Popper pack, Jye's favourite.
Oh, no, it's a great pack.
And just add a bottle of a bottle of 3-way as well, just so you can apply during the winter time. Jack Chapo, again on YouTube. With roots and shoots, is there a difference between when you spray versus drench application? With roots and shoots, so for me, I like teeing it up with wet because it gets into the soil, and the plant hormones and kelp is really good for the roots, but there's literally no difference. If you apply it to the surface and leave it to dry, eventually it's going to wash itself in. It's just the way that the plant takes it up, that's all. It works brilliantly either way, and safe for plants. Dean Kelly on Facebook. I commented on the Ego rotary scissors prize with my Sir Grange Zoysia. I have used many of your products and it works well. Thank you, Dean. Nathan Skaysbrook on Facebook. Would you guys recommend granular fertilizer seasonally and liquid application monthly? Sir Walter Buffalo, Canberra. Yes, absolutely. Yep. Tee it up, like I was saying before, a granule with a liquid fertilizer plant. Beautiful.
If you're looking for a pack, Dry College.
Yeah, Dry College
is a great one for buffalo lawns.
Yep. Excuse me. That also gets a prize. So I'll just have to...
Wrong one.
Hey, you crazy lads from Mr. Mumbles on YouTube. Would you calibrate your sprayer for different liquid applications, or should one setting do the job? In most situations, the same setting will do the job. The only thing that will change is the nozzle choice, as different nozzles use different amounts of water. Brandon Marco Palmer. What is the best winter grass killer? Love seeing you guys are local in SA. Gives me so much confidence that any information I'm seeking. Great. Keep up the great work, guys. Thank you, Brendan. Best winter grass killer, it depends on your lawn variety. If you have cuckoo, it's very difficult to get rid of. Pre-emergent is always better. And then as for the best winter grass killer in general, something like Endothol, which is Polcheck, use that correctly to the label. It works beautifully. The issue that people have with
They don't read the label
is
properly.
with Polcheck or winter grass killers is they don't read the label correctly. So with Endothol, I think it's 3 applications in a 21-day period. And there's a video on our YouTube where I used Polcheck on the Tahoma 31, and it worked awesome because, you know, I followed the label. So that's always important to follow the label. YouTube VemGM, 3 questions. Okay. If I want fast growth to make patterns in someone's grass, what's the best product? If you've got good coverage already, Money Shot. Bush, can it be used on fruit trees, lemon and limes? Yes. Underground watering, or should I get to Water Pro for a pop-up system? Definitely a pop-up system. There are below ground irrigation systems available. However, yeah, for me, like if you're applying a granule fertilizer, you need to water that in from above the ground, not so much below the ground. So,
and you can visually see what's going on.
Yeah, that's right.
With the pop-up system.
Yeah, there's not going to be any, or if there are any blockages, you're going to be able to physically see them rather than dead patches in the lawn. That also wins a prize. 3 left. Facebook, Nor Ayana, do crickets damage lawn? Have heaps of them this season. If they're just normal crickets, normal crickets are fine. It's the mole crickets, the ugly creatures.
They look like little aliens with legs.
Yeah, legit. And mole crickets, terrible. You need Monarch or something with fipronil in it. But yeah, normal crickets, the ones that make the noises and stuff, they're fine. YouTube, Hey, Ervo's ringing me. Should we answer?
Yeah.
What's going on, Swervo? Say hello to everyone on the TikTok and the Facebook and the Instagram. Yeah. What's going on? I thought you knew. That's why you were ringing. Is it important or exciting? I'm sure it is. Yeah. You're wanted as a guest, so I suppose this is kind of your first appearance. Yeah, that's right. All right. Yeah, Thatch tough.
That's tough.
All right, speak to you later. Bye. Maybe he was firing me. He didn't want to do it live. Okay, Jack Chapo off YouTube. Used NSFW and Roots and Shoots. Did a great job. The buffalo returned. I scratched up the bare soil to aerate, but it filled in with blown seeds and they sprouted. What is the time lapse for reapplication of NSFW? Every 6 weeks if required. And last one, and I'm going to let Jye answer this. On Facebook, Evan John, what kills Paspalum in cooch besides Roundup?
More Roundup. No, don't use Roundup. David Gray's crabgrass killer.
Well done.
But get a pre-emergent down because that's pretty important if you don't want the spread of weeds. Get that in, and then we've seen a lot of damaged cooch from the product, and it's an over-application of the product. So still be careful with it because it is very potent chemical. So it's just a quick little spray, and that's it. Or you can do a blanket.
Yep. Very well done, Johnny.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's all the questions from last week that we missed, answered. So, like I said, if you got any questions for today, just add your location and your grass variety if possible with the question. I suppose we'll get on to the Facebook, the Instagram questions from yesterday that was sent through on our story. So this one's from Clint, and it's directed to me. Any new pimples? Because John's 2 weeks ago asked how I was going to treat that pimple on my nose.
Well, how did you treat it?
I just don't know. I actually don't know. I washed my face.
Squeezed it in the mirror?
Yeah. I've got one on the back of my neck, Clint. It really hurts. From Mick Billings, is it too late to dethatch my lawn in Newcastle, New South Wales? You can dethatch any time of the year. It's just scalp and scarifying that's the most scary part. So dethatch, you're fine too. One from Kira. Question for Adam. How do you prefer your carrots? The dirtier, the better. So
we're going to derail this podcast.
Anyone that hasn't seen that meme, it's a meme of Millie Bobby Brown, and she's doing some segment, and the dirtier, the better. And then they turn to Wallace and Gromit. One from Carnivore. Oh, Carnivore.
Carnivore. You should have just kept reading it. Like, why'd you stop and say carnivore?
Because I was trying to read it. Anyway, punters, when do you suggest I stop spraying PGR in Adelaide? Well, if we continue to get these really cold mornings and we start
3
transitioning
weeks.
to cold days, then you could probably start weaning it off now.
But get the mower ready if you wean it off.
Yeah, that's right. As
There's
we've
a little bit of sun left. It will.
Yeah, just obviously it's going to come out of reg. So, like we've discussed before, when it's coming out of reg, that's when you get that major growth spurt. So, Tay Evans, heaps of ants in the lawn, already treated on set. Any concerns or something else? I mean, if the ants if they're there purely out of and they're annoying you, and they're not causing any damage, then like there's nothing to be concerned about. However, if they're annoying you and they're like you're cutting really low and they're leaving ant mounds everywhere and you'd like to treat them, something like 5-star, which is bifenthrin, or Monarch, which is fipronil. Ricky Bernardino, I'm so bad. How do you deal with posties driving on your grass? Well, I asked politely for my postie to stop driving on my lawn when I first constructed the green. And look, I understand that it's
their job.
I understand that. Like, I'm not here to say like hit all posties and stuff. Like, I asked him politely and he said bluntly, "It's my job." Fair enough, it's his job. So I put up 6 rose bushes.
We're going to say something else. Put out some barbed wire.
No, I put up 6 rose bushes along the side of my driveway and haven't had a single problem since.
Your post box is on the other side of those bushes, isn't it?
Well, it's now the roses are growing into it, but yeah. Yeah, because
Imagine
you got
that.
the 1, 2, 3.
Right? He's got the male and he's like...
Yeah, well, I don't think I've got the same male driver anymore, but yeah, that's what I did. Or if your council allows it, just bring it down to the actual roadside rather than having it offset back up the driveway.
Yeah, well, mine's right up against the concrete footpath. So.
So there are obviously ways around it. If your council or depends on your design guidelines in the estate that you live in as well, might state that the letterbox needs to be a certain meterage back from the road, but
I don't see like why, because it would be easier for the postie to have it right there.
Why does the government tax?
Because they can.
Well, that's right, and that's why the letterbox needs to be set back, because they can. And this is actually a good question from Hills Craig. If you guys could be the major sponsor of any event, what and why? For me, so like I'm a sport fan, but the last, I don't know, 5 years I've really got back into my golf. And I'd love to sponsor an event based around golf, right? That will then enable me to go to each of the majors. So all 4 majors. So I just say I was a major, just say Lawnhub or whoever was a major sponsor of the Australian Open, and then that granted us, say, 8 tickets to
each event.
8 tickets throughout the majors. So 2 for the Masters, 2 for the PGA, 2 for the US Open, and 2 for the Open. Yeah, I'd do that if that's how it would work out. But locally, maybe the footy, just so we can get AFL Grand Final tickets.
Footy would be good because a lot of people do watch it.
Unfortunately, we can't sponsor the cricket because Clint and I have spoken about that before. As much as I'd love to do that, but unfortunately, Cricket Australia had other ideas. So, yeah.
Moving on.
So yours is the footy?
Yeah, definitely footy. A lot of people watch that. Like the first round, wasn't that a record? How many people watched it? I can't remember what the number was, but it was a couple mil.
I just love that Collingwood are 0-3.
Who?
Lollingwood. The old collie wobbles.
And who?
Yeah.
0-3.
It's just the rest of Australia wins when Collingwood loses.
And Port Power.
Oh, and the fucking pair. Fuck these.
Collingwood have 2 teams.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Anyway.
Heaps of premierships as well.
Yeah. No. Port have 1. That is all. Well, they actually have.
They've got more than what they've been.
They've actually
for.
they've actually got a record that no one else does in the AFL. Port Adelaide.
How many tarps?
Well, tarps at a game and the largest losing grand final margin.
Against Geelong.
Yep, 2007. My mate went to that game. He was crying at halftime. Anyway, so yeah, we got any questions come through, Kira? Yeah, beautiful. Start sending them through.
I hope they're not Collingwood supporters.
I hope they are. Love it.
Oh, you know who's a Collingwood supporter?
Con.
Clint. Who he dropped the Scott Bonner off to, remember?
Oh, he is. Yeah.
Walked in his house and I was like,
Yeah. Clint usually watches. So
yeah, who'll be watching today?
yeah. So Clint. Yeah, I'm fortunate to hear about your sides 0-3, but you won a lawnmower, so
He blocked us.
yeah, he shops for another lawn company now.
I should actually send him a text message.
0-3.
No, just like, hey, you still there?
Hey, you up? And there's actually there we go. The cord that's in with tape. There's actually, so I don't usually well, where possible, I don't usually
He said a naughty word to me.
did he?
He said, get fucked.
Oh, he's obviously listening.
Yeah.
Hello, Clint. There's a lot of questions, and I try and hover as best I can, but I have a life, and so does everybody else. But on the lawn pages, and there's a lot of questions at the moment about mixing chemicals. Now, I just want to make it clear that majority of products in their label will have guidelines on what chemicals can be mixed with what. So I know the Syngenta labels are very, very descriptive around that, but there's also a lot of questions about, can a post-emergent herbicide and a pre-emergent herbicide be applied together? They require two separate applications. So reading the label again is important, but if you go against the grain and just do what you want, one thing that you can do is a jar test, where you can mix the chemicals with water into a jar or a little clear container, and if it doesn't glug up or turn to a paste, then you know you're fine. But if it does, no bueno. I just quickly wanted to touch on that because, yeah, there's
heaps of questions regarding.
Yeah, and I don't know if you've been getting them, but I've seen it a lot on the lawn pages. So, all right,
Everyone's getting their pre-emergence down. So.
yeah, and the only thing that I would advise with a pre-emergent is wet, because or any wetting agent. You don't have to buy ours, but any wetting agent is just going to make the application that much more efficient. All right. Nathan Skaysbrook. Hey, buddy. So this is, what's that, YouTube? No, that's Facebook. Cool. All right, Timothy James. Legends looking for a low-cost scarifier for the home lawn. Love to know your thoughts. Cockatoo Lawn in Melbourne. The Ryobi scarifier
It was really good.
is really good bang for your buck. It doesn't unfortunately go as low as something like the Steel one. I haven't used the Greenworks one. We did get offered to use one. I said yes, and that never got sent. So
It doesn't like to catch clippings and whatnot either.
but for low budget, what is it? $3.99 plus the batteries? Like,
No, I think you can, even if you got the batteries, just buy a tool only.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So there you go. Mine's you've got it at the moment.
No,
don't you? Who's
I don't
got it?
I don't know.
Does Brad have it?
I think Brad must have it, yeah.
Hope so.
I thrashed it though. I did so many lawns.
It's been a while, hasn't it, mate?
You can't do that.
Well, I can. Kieran Mason, hey boys, love your products, and I've just sent a message to use with the photos showing 2 weeks of using your products. Thank you, Kieran. Yes, you did. I did see that actually. I did see that, Kieran. Thank you. Brendan Mako Palmer. What products should we be putting down now for autumn, given the weather is changing, they say? What's the best time to put it down? The amateur pack is exactly the type of stuff that we are recommending to put down at this time of year. Comes with a free application calendar. And the beauty thing is, to get access to those calendars, you don't even need to buy the pack. So you can go onto the Lawnhub website, go to the amateur pack, click the orange hyperlinked link, and it will download the PDF. And you could literally look through and go, oh yeah, I've got that in the shed. Oh, I've got that. Beautiful. I'll do that now. So that's something to consider. Sorry.
I was wondering whose phone that was.
Yeah, it's gone nuts. Okay. So this is from YouTube. Kira, thank you. No worries, Kira. The dirtier, the better. Audio is good, Kira. From Travis. Jack Chapo, kids roughing it up, chooks crapping on it, spots where chooks crapping, roots and shoots, drench, and spray doesn't seem to be helping. Lots of nitrogen in chook poo. Jack, send a photo through to jye.warner@lawnhub.com.au, and yeah, I'd like to see this. Well, we'd like to see it. Just to have a look at, see what else is going on. Bearded Sith, best starter pack for Sir Grange in Queensland.
Oh, cherry popper pack.
Yeah.
It's like, I was just waiting. I was like, do I have to email them?
Cherry popper pack.
Sorry, guys. Cherry popper pack.
Yeah.
Is a fantastic starter pack for new lawns and seeded lawns.
Yep. Bearded Sith has another question. Pineapple on pizza.
Yes.
Absolutely. Kira? No.
What? Okay.
Well, that's this week's podcast, guys. Thank you so much. Look, it's a debate that will go down. Are you all right? What are you doing?
Well, I'm going to get that photo.
Has he sent it?
You will.
Okay. All right. Sorry. The pineapple on pizza debate, I personally don't understand, because like the most eaten pizza in Australia is a ham pineapple. So the Hawaiian. So anyway, Nick Smedley. What do grubs and armyworm actually do to the cuckoo? I found a big fat grey coloured grub the other day and wondering if I should be worried or go down any preventative path. So Nick, what the grubs do, so those white curl grubs, they eat the root matter of the plant. And then what happens is then if it's really bad, you can literally just go to the soil or to the turf where it's damaged and dying or dead and just pull it out. All right. That's what happens. What the armyworm do is they do the opposite. They eat all the above ground matter, which severely stresses out the plant and then dies. So that's what they do. If you found one, do a soapy water test just to see how much it is. But if you've got some acelepryn in the shed or whatever, get that down. That's going to treat for the grubs and give prevention for up to 6 months. All those people in the lawn groups that are saying that acelepryn doesn't treat armyworm, doesn't do this, doesn't do that, I'm sorry, but you are so wrong.
You've gone on about it so many times
Like,
as well. And you still see it. It's like, where does it even come from?
I don't even know where it's come from. It's just, I reckon that someone said it once, and like it's probably not that person's fault, right? They've read it and gone, oh, okay, I didn't know that. But all the information is in the product label. Like I've said before, chlorantraniliprole, it literally causes liver failure in these animals and internal damage. Like, it's so bad for them that I'm sorry, but it does. It just kills them. It just, like, yeah. Anyway, I'm happy to have a debate with anyone about that. But Mr. Mumbles, thanks guys, aka Nathan Skaysbrook, no wuckers. Jack Chapo, Bridgewater, got the spray pack. Have got very patchy lawn, trying to get buffalo to take hold. Is it too late to hit with NSFW again? Worried about regrowth, leaving bare spots till spring. No, I mean NSFW it will kill the weeds, but it's not gonna unless the weeds are absolutely humongous. It won't leave too much bare patching or anything like that. So you can still go for it. Brad, hi chaps. I have recently treated my Santa Ana for suspected bugs with a cellophane and then roots and shoots. In a few days late, about 2.5 weeks ago. Sorry. Let me read this again. Here we go. All right. And then roots and shoots. It's a few days late, about 2.5 weeks ago. Should I see some improvement by now? It all just depends on how badly damaged the lawn was in the beginning. So, I mean, in Flagstaff Hill, probably really cool at the moment. You would have experienced a lot of cool weather in the in the back end of the days in the week at the moment. So, send us a photo through to Jye, so we can have a look at it, and we'll just see if there's anything else that could potentially be going on. Legends, I've got an experiment dog. Decided to help me out with aerating.
Yeah, we've seen a few of them.
Yeah, filled in 2 with playground sand and the other 2 with more of an organic mix. The sand has completely covered up and is doing well, but the organic mix one have barely covered over. I'm wondering how I've got these results. Would have thought the other way around in Perth. I can't answer that one. I'd have got
Could be anything. Could be a shaded area.
That's
just the buffalo struggling to come back.
Cooch.
Oh, is it Cooch?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know. There might when you say organic, what organic mix? Like, was there a specific brand you used, or was it an organic mix from someone's backyard, or was from the landscape yard? You can just provide a bit more information around that, because I'm actually really interested. Old mate, yo Jonesy, which is which? The first one. Hey gents, a mate has laid down some new Sir Walter buffalo almost 2 weeks ago with lawn starter fur. A little late in the season, but it's still growing. Should any liquid fur be applied or just leave it? Canberra, roots and shoots. Get some roots and shoots down. I'm actually really enjoying the vibe that you guys have. Thanks, Mr. Mumbles.
Mr. Mumbles.
Hey guys, main difference between scarifying and dethatching. Sorry, can't spell for shit. All good, Dave. So the main difference is a scarifier digs into the soil profile to bring out all the below thatch. Dethatching is not as aggressive and takes all the above ground thatch. So typically, if you've got cuckoo or buffalo, that'll be the white and yellow dead material that sits between the grass and the soil, and cooch as well. But that's what dethatching gets rid of, the top soil profile thatch, and scarifying grabs the below ground thatch. Bearded Sith, cherry popper pack purchased.
Good
Love
work.
it. Is your next pack the pimple pack, the Bearded Sith? Yeah, I mean, it can be. If people are willing to buy it, put some Clearasil in there.
What else did you put in it?
I don't know. Maybe some moisturiser. Adam's moisturiser. Endless supply of that at the moment.
Kira's dead.
Kira loves it.
Drink some water.
Kira loves it. Yeah, I need a drink as well.
Pimple pack. Oh my God.
Imagine if I was one of those people that gets really offended by things. Like, I wouldn't work here. Goodness. Yeah, the other thing, and Joe, I know you probably don't give a shit, and majority of people listening maybe won't give a shit, but Tiger Woods is on the list to play at the Masters in April this year, so that's exciting. It's exciting.
Cool.
Yep.
Can't wait for Collingwood to play next week.
Yeah. Who have they got next week?
Doesn't matter.
Let's have a look. Let's see who they got.
Sorry, Clint.
Sorry, Clint. But, yeah. Oh, yeah. Wi-Fi's heaps good. We must be doing a live stream.
Yeah, 5G is terrible here. That's why I use my phone data. I can't even load photos from emails or anything. It's great.
They've got the Brisbane Lions grand
Lost.
final rematch at the Gabba.
At the Gabba.
Yeah.
Remember Brisbane's win streak last year in the Gabba? It was crazy.
Did they lose any games?
I
at
don't
Gabba?
think so.
David Nelson, what's best machine to dethatch as I have Buffalo? The Roby one is really good.
Yeah, it's got different settings. Start on a higher one.
Yeah, make your way down. Obviously, with Buffalo, you don't want to remove too much green material, but as much loose and dead material as possible is perfect.
Perfect.
And yeah, the AFL season's underway. Jye?
Very good.
Very good. The MCG made a miraculous recovery from Taylor Swift. Remember all those people that were whinging, oh, it's not going to be safe.
Well, it is.
Yeah, it was fine. Literally, I have not seen a comment about it.
Oh, I was about to say I've not seen an injury. May have seen an ACL tear there.
Yeah, but that's just common in AFL footy these days. The players are too fast. They need to go back to the 80s where they just belt people and like don't run as fast. Like you see,
They don't run as fast.
yeah, you see, bloody what's his name did half marathon the other night in the footy, did 22 Ks. I haven't even.
Oh,
read,
like over the whole game.
yeah, I haven't even read. I haven't even moved 22 Ks this year. Because
Your Bowser probably moved 22 Ks.
oh mate, they've moved more than that. Let me tell you that for sure. It's been a busy day for Lawnhub today, actually.
Yeah, a full load pack first thing this morning. Got me
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah. bet you had a full load when you woke up this morning. Mr. Mumbles, honestly, I would actually love to see a bucket merch pack, maybe the surprise pack or part pack, including a stubby cooler, hat, fingerless gloves, scarf, etc.
Fingerless gloves.
Yeah, we spoke about them last week, like merch ideas. Yeah, golf flags are in. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they're in.
Yeah,
They're looking flame. And then David Nelson said, "You guys are the best." Thank you, David. Is the this is from Brad. Is the Roby Scarifier you were talking about the 18 volt or 36 volts? 2 times. Well, the one that I've got is 18 times 2, so that's 36. But I think the new one is just one 36 volt battery.
Yeah, different batteries.
Yeah, hope that helps.
I don't even know if there's no difference.
Well, I think it's just one battery versus 2, isn't it?
Yeah, but 2 make the 1.
Yeah, but isn't this 36
Yeah,
volt
it's
range,
bigger.
isn't it just one battery?
Yeah, it's bigger.
Or does it have 2 inputs? Like,
No, it has 1.
yeah.
It's for different tools, I think. Because all their new ones are the 36 volt range.
Yeah, because, you know, lithium ion is so good for the environment. Nick Smedley. Yeah, the new batch of trucker hats must not be far away now. Super keen to grab one. Yeah, so they're currently being embroidered as we speak. So I said last week, they'll be ready today, but I think it's more going to be more Friday next week, which is Good Friday.
Good Friday.
Which, does that mean, Kira, do you know if we're going live on Thursday next week?
It's a trick question.
I don't know. Stay tuned. There'll be information about it on the socials because I don't know. I don't know what we're doing. Yeah. I don't know.
Clint said, "Where's the beers?"
Where's the beers? No, we can't drink beers live because of TikTok. We'll get banned. So we got waters.
TikTok.
Yeah. We'll make a TikTok.
Why are they going to be so strict with everything?
Oh, I don't know, because us talking about lawns is so bad for people who just want to have a couple of beers, you know, like just talk about blokes on blokes, you know. Oh, how good would it be if we got William Powerfish on this?
Not a man till you had a man.
That's right. He's great.
He's done some naughty things, but he's a great man.
He's great, man. He's given more money to charity than I'd say 99.5% of Australians. So, yes, he's done some bad things, but he's also done some great things.
Mm.
I was going to say something, but
You have to now. You can't say. You can't say I'm not going to say it.
Josh Groth, hey legends, I have buffalo in New South fucking Wales. Looking to a height reset scalp this weekend. Would you recommend using Premature or Trojan? Have both on hand. In that instance, I'd use Trojan because it has higher nitrogen content. Roby need to add the dethatcher attachment from VemGM. Yeah, so you can obviously purchase the metal prongs that flick back. Ervo's got some. He says it does a really good job. So I don't know if you can buy them off the shelf at Bunnings or you got to order them through the, what is it, the special order?
Special orders.
Yeah. So
I think that would be a special order.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, sorry, the green shop. Yeah, we can't say the B word because they don't like us.
Oh, yeah, the B word.
Yeah. Mr. Mumbles, given my experience with the 18 36 volt, 36 volt will have more power and last longer. Okay. Wicked. Hey chaps, Rainer here from Brisbane. I have a few questions. We'll post them one at a time. I have 3 different lawn types around the house, buffalo, cooch, and another I cannot identify. Wicked. Jack Chapo, Les Burdett, get him on. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing at the moment. He just launched his own fertilizer range. Do you know who Les Burdett is?
Sorry. No comment.
Nah, Les Burdett was the Adelaide Oval curator for 30 years, was he?
Oh, jeez.
Let me Google it. I don't want to get this wrong. Yeah. "41 years.
41 years.
It's a long time. It's older than me.
Well, of course.
All right, so Raina here has written, I got the army worms under control and the lawn is recovering well. To ensure that the army worms will not revisit next season, I applied Celiprom BBW. My next step is to kill and control the weeds. I have NSFW and sedge control. My Spartan and the nozzle kit for the solo spray and Premature will arrive on Monday. Yep.
He's got it all.
He's got it all. What's the backstory of the beef with the Bunnings Mafia from Natex Extreme? Well, look, Clint said it from the beginning. We're open, we're honest, and we're transparent. So that's what I'm going to be here. Look, we made some ads that were seen by millions of people. And yeah, they just didn't like it. So, and that's, yeah, you would have seen them. And I mean, I suppose to the people not in the know, like people just would have been like, oh, that's a nice ad. But the people in the know were like, oh, no way. So yeah, and look, it's no different to another ad out there that another company's doing. So, you know, it's just, I suppose it's just who's willing to, like if someone made an ad about us, that'd be pretty funny. Like, yeah. Brad sent through the pic to you, Jye. This from Rainer, should I wait until Monday for the Spartan or should I apply NSFW and sedge control? I'd apply NSFW and the sedge control now, probably 2 separate applications. I'm not sure about their mixing capabilities, but definitely try and treat the weeds now because you've got it and you're waiting on the Spartan, and then once Spartan arrives, get it down. Hopefully there's some context to Brad because I can't 100% remember.
I remember.
Was it the Chooks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the chooks. This looks like something else though. I think it was the chooks.
Yeah, I don't think that's the chooks. All right, let's have a look.
Flagstaff Hill.
Oh,
No,
Flagstaff.
that was the
the sand. No?
Oh.
Yeah, it was Flagstaff. I've recently treated my Santa Ana for suspected bugs with acetylprin. That question.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, Brad. So he expected to see some more improvement by now. It potentially looks a little compacted in those dry areas as well. So if you've got a pitchfork or like I mentioned last week, if you've got a big drill bit, just drill holes, get some holes into those areas, help relieve a bit of compaction, allow water, oxygen, nutrients to get into the soil, and you should start to see a really good improvement. But it does look compacted just by the photos. Do you agree, Johnny?
Yeah, it does look compacted. And those areas look a bit deeper maybe as well.
Okay.
Maybe wind blowing the sand out.
Yeah.
Maybe
Just drying it out a little bit.
Yeah.
Nice. Things to consider, but definitely,
Thanks for the photos.
Yeah, but definitely aeration, core aeration, or just with a pitchfork or a drill bit. I was watching this thing on Instagram the other day of this putting green that was getting cored with drill bits, and then dry. So it was getting drilled, bzz, and then the drill bit would come up, and then the dry sand would pour into the hole, and then it'd go over and it would brush it in. So it was pretty cool. Cost a mint, I reckon, but it saves.
Was it like all different?
Yeah, so it was like in a line. So it'd do like
Yeah.
and then fill the sand in, and then on to the next one.
What, it just pushes it behind?
Yeah, it was pretty big. Evo was talking about it the other week, actually. He was saying that he was talking to someone that makes them, and he said that he's had to like stop production stop taking new orders because he's that busy.
That doesn't make sense. That's crazy.
It's pretty
That's
cool.
cool.
But I mean, yeah. Have you used Brad's core? That's pretty cool. The old bowling green from 2 Wells.
Was it manual on? Or
No, it's petrol one. 2. As I've applied BBW and acetylprin, when would I need to apply wet when spraying with Spartan? You wouldn't need to, Rainer, as there's BBW already in the soil, so you'd be fine to apply Spartan and water it in by itself. But then 6 to 8 weeks or 8 to 10 weeks, depending on the weather, reapply the BBW or wet. And 3 from Rainer, the sedge control requires a wetter. Do I use wet or not, as I've already applied BBW? So with sedge control, when they say a wetter, they're talking about something like a non-ionic surfactant, which wet is, which I think is 20 mil per 5 litres of water or 10 mil per 5 litres of water. So still use it because you're using it in a different situation rather than a wetting agent, using it as a surfactant. So still use wet, if that makes sense. That makes sense.
made sense.
Cool. Luke Gassy, any issues putting down onset BBW Trojan at the same time? No, that is fine. Jack Chapo, stick a softy tinny on the table and then drink a pale ale from the stubby holder. TikTok won't know. Well, they might not know, but
Now they know.
Now they know, yeah. And Vem GM, I just made sure I applied plenty of water first. That's a good tip. That's actually a very, very good idea, Vem, because, it's a very good idea. Just allows the cores to the machine to go through the surface a lot easier, which we probably should have done when we cored Clint's house last. It was rock hard. It was up Main North Road.
That machine as well.
Yeah. Did you see Ervo's blister he got from it?
Yeah.
It's like half his thumb. And he's got big hands and sausage fingers. You seen his calculator?
No.
It's like this big. If Brandon's watching right now, he loves it. He's a stomper. I love it. Sean Smalley, hey boys, Lawnhub shirt and hoodie turned up in the mail this morning. Just waiting on the hat to be in stock for the full kit. Keep up the good work, lads. From God's country, New South fucking Wales.
Where did that start from?
God's country.
No, it's not God's country.
I was going to say that's the York Peninsula. God's country. New South fucking Wales. It was just it was one of the first podcasts, wasn't it, Kira? Someone just wrote in New South fucking Wales, and it just started. And I got an email last week from someone that signed it off saying from fucking Victoria. I love it. Bearded Sith, you guys going to get a wide brim straw hat for merch? It's funny you say that. Like Bunnings but better.
Was that what?
And you can
What did you say?
You can do an ad for it too. So I inquired about straw hats for this season. Look, and we had this problem with the people that used to make our buckets. For those of you that know, they used to be white. Now they're black, but I don't know if the company that I reached out to about the straw hats just didn't want to work with us because they put a stupid cost price on them. Like we would have had to sell these straw hats for $70.
Jesus.
And no one's buying a straw hat for $70, especially when you can get them from the green garage for things under 10, isn't it? Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So I reached out to a few companies. Pricing for us was terrible, which meant then the pricing for you guys was going to be terrible. I reached out to a few others. We wanted to make some custom touches to it. Some companies were like, no, you only get the choice of one colour per logo. We have two colours on or three, depending on the colour of the hat, because it was like obviously the white, the orange and the black in the middle of hub. So there was another one. They wouldn't allow us to put something around the brim. It was just a fixed black colour, which wasn't bad, but like it was either one or the other. We couldn't do both. And then I had so much other shit to do. I was like, you know what? If we want straw hats, we can look at it next year, or I can handball it to Johnny.
I will try and find someone.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people. Anyone out there want to supply some straw hats?
Yeah, that's right.
Sure, there'll be someone.
And Raina wrote, thanks, Adam. No worries, Raina. What is that photo? Is that a rat or a mouse? I love it.
Looks like Dobby from here.
Master has given Dobby a sock. Dobby is free.
Oh, set him off.
Oh, you did. Yeah. Brad, I made a Cora. So use that and put some sand in the lower areas. Thanks for the tips. Keep up the good work. Yeah. So
This looks very dry as well.
yeah, it just looks a bit dry and compacted in those areas. Unfortunately, it's just something that happens with lawn. It's not just lawn, but sorry, the tape come undone. It's not only lawn where compaction happens, obviously, as well. In gardens, you get it a lot, and hydrophobic soil and all that sort of stuff. And I could talk about it for hours and hours and hours, but I don't think anyone wants to listen to me for hours and hours talk about wetting agents and the positive uses they have, not only in the lawn but the garden and in any setting that requires water to survive, apart from fish tanks and ponds and stuff. This is not good. We there we go. All right. Yeah. What other merch do you reckon we should look at, Johnny?
Just a full suit.
A full Lawnhub suit. Like
Can you
rock
imagine
up,
that? When I want like one of these.
rock up to your to your formal or
Like,
your graduation or something like your wedding in a Lawnhub suit.
Imagine that.
Yeah. That'd be pretty funny. That'd be pretty funny. We did golf balls for a little bit. Lawnhub
Sunnies.
golf balls, Pro V1s. They were a good gift idea, but we sold a fair bit. We sold a fair bit at bloody Black Friday as well, didn't we?
That's crazy.
Yeah, and like surprised the golf manufacturing businesses didn't shut us down for that, because we sold Pro V1s for like $50 a dozen, and that's like so against the laws and everything to do with Pro V1s. But you know, it is what it is. Speaking of golf, Live Golf Adelaide, that's coming up in a month's time. Are you excited for that, Johnny?
Very excited.
Very excited.
I just like footy too much. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. You're allowed to enjoy things that other people aren't, and vice versa.
It's in April, isn't it? Live Golf.
Yeah, April 26th, 27th, 28th. And then I've got the Monday off.
Very nice.
Yeah, I got the Monday off, so I was very tired last year.
Just tired.
Just knackered because we're cooking the barbie as well for the greenkeepers. Got to meet Cam Smith. You don't even know who that is, do you?
Golfer.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. See if we've got... how are we going for questions there, Kira? We're still living? Bit light.
Bit light.
Oh, come on, guys. Get asking, because we've got... You got a clean runway to ask questions. So, oh, Jesus, I just lost everything. There we go. Clint Osborne, haven't you two got anything better to talk about?
He's a little bit butthurt.
Matt Jesse, when should you start seeing some action from Money Shot? Depending on your lawn variety, what like the health of it. But usually within 24, 48 hours, absolutely. You should start to see it. Bren Daddy. Christ. You know you're out of content when bloody Dry Warner gets a gig. What do you mean, Brendan? He's a very valued person in
Get
this.
back to work.
Yeah. What does he do?
We won't say.
Yeah. Here we go. Bearded Sith. Main differences for BBW and wet. One's granule, one's liquid. That's it. They both contain the same active, so all good there. VMGM. Birthday suit.
What, as merch?
Yeah.
It's one of those, just those little, those stick-on tattoos you get.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get some of them. So you can put them on your birthday suit. Mr.
Mumbles, boot socks, overalls, PPE. PPE, I'm all for that. I reckon I'll try and find like I said last week, try and find supplier of these that we can get done, because PPE is very important, isn't it, Jye?
Very important.
Very, very, very important. I know we're here to have a good laugh and, have fun and all that, but personal protective equipment is very important, and it's not something that should be taken lightly, especially some of the chemicals that you can buy online these days. It's really important that you read the product label and abide by all the requirements. Isn't that right, Johnny?
It's very true.
All right, here we go. Hey guys, what's the lowest height of cut you would go on buffalo? Tuning in from New South fucking Wales. By the way, me and my mate Burmo started this New South fucking Wales slang. Yeah.
Burmo.
That's how Burmo it was.
Burmo.
Because I called him Bremo because I'm dyslexic as fuck. So, I don't know. You could honestly just keep lowering your height of cut. And
We've seen some low ones.
Yeah, there are some low buffaloes out there. Yeah, just keep going.
But don't take it back to dirt.
Yeah, just don't take it back to dirt. I'm not going to be responsible for someone taking their buffalo back to dirt. Yeah, so Matt Jesse said about the money shot question. He has Santa Ana in Queensland near Brisbane. So, yeah, depending on the temperature and the health of your plant, you should start to see it quite quickly. Christian Ritchie, sorry guys, can't join today at the GP. Hope all is well, Christian. Dylan Butler, only team to be 0-3 after round 2. Collingwood. Clint Osborne did a smack head emoji and then said, haven't you guys got anything better to talk about?
No.
We love you, Clint. Jake Smith, hey fellas, I've just done a mini reno, put Trojan. Can I put Spartan down now or wait? Or any other products that to help? From fucking Victoria.
You've started a movement.
Yeah, get it down now, man.
Yeah, just get it down.
Just get it down. Brent Daddy, we love you. Hope you're well, mate. I'm going to catch up for a couple of beers, I think, and talk some absolute shit at the Giannies house. Maybe the showdown when the Crows go.
That was dangerous.
Can you put that on a bumper sticker? Dyslexic as fuck, Mr. Mumbles.
Put it on your car.
I saw a sticker on the back of a car the other day. It said, "Don't honk at me, I'll cry." Don't honk at me, I'm dyslexic as fuck.
You'll probably crash.
Oh gosh. Ah, my God. If Reedy, if you're watching right now, because Reedy and I were going to sell. We got these air fresheners designed that were trouts.
All I can hear is squealing. What colour was a trout?
It was a brown trout,
No, it wasn't.
and
Speaking of trouts, Tasmania got a new footy team.
yeah, I'm quite sad they weren't called the Tassie Trouts. You know, no, actually, let's just be serious for a second, right, Jye? Because I'd really like to hear your opinion on this, right? And anyone in the comments, right? Whether you're from Tasmania, Melbourne, South Australia, Western Australia, wherever you are around Australia, I want to hear your opinions on this. But I thought the AFL had a rule in that you couldn't be called what your state is. So why
What
they?
do you mean?
Like they're the Tasmanian Devils or Tasmania Devils, right? There's no other football team that has the state in their name other than
Their name.
like Port Adelaide, for example, because they're from Port. Adelaide's from Adelaide. Collingwood's from Collingwood. Brisbane's from Brisbane.
Yeah. Brisbane Lions, though. Oh,
Yeah,
well,
that's a fucking
no
that's
line.
a capital city, not the state. They're not called
You
the
mean-
Queensland Lions or the Western Australian Eagles or the
I know what you mean.
Like,
should have called them trouts.
just should have called them like the Hobart Trouts or something like that. Like all the you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like not
yeah.
Tasmanian because it's not state of origin footy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like, anyone else got anything to comment on that? Like
trouts.
that, or that there's two Collingwood teams in the AFL. Anyway,
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Let me know.
But it doesn't make sense. Yeah.
no, it doesn't make sense. So I don't like all they should be called like the Launceston Tigers or something like a town
Hobart.
or Hobart, like something to do with the state, not the actual state.
And the colours. Don't.
Bearded Sith just right. Also, probably better as fuck as dyslexic. Get it? Oh, this is great. This is great. Oh, God. Thomas Viet on Facebook. My lawn is recovering from some grubs. What could I do to help it along? Got 3 bad spots, but rest of the lawn is normal. Depending on your area, you can definitely look at roots and shoots to help promote some growth. Yeah.
Remove any dead material.
Yeah, remove the dead material out of those areas. Yeah. Jody Crow. I have a problem with touching my lawn too much. Me too, Jody. Me too. With every product you guys have, how important is it just leaving the lawn alone and let it do its thing? Well, as Clint's found out, he hasn't really touched his lawn much at all this year, and he's the first to say that he probably more than anyone over applies his lawn. And look, and I use this analogy a lot, and I get laughed at a lot, but lawns are very similar to people. So, like, you could you could load 15 Big Macs in front of me. I'll probably get through majority of them, but the rest is just going to end up in the bin. It's going to be a waste. So it's the same as product. If you over apply product, it's just going to be a waste. Because the plant can only eat as much as it possibly can. Jake Smith, you should make Lawnhub thongs. That's not a bad shout, actually.
That'd be cheap as well.
Are you ready for this?
No.
Nathan
I think I am ready.
Skaysbrook. I have buff and the wife has cooch. How do I get more people to enjoy my wife's cooch? Any recommendations from the people at home? I'd love to hear about it. Gosh.
Stop it.
More. So key rings, visitors, visors, patches, beach towel, ute stickers. I'd wear some muffs with Lawnhub on them, like ear muffs, I'm assuming.
That PPE.
Yeah.
I think the PPE route is a good one.
Yeah, definitely look into that. Jacob Cantrick. Is there a difference between wetting agent and a surfactant? Are all wetting agents surfactants? Not all of them. Ideally, if you're using a herbicide that requires a surfactant, a non-ionic surfactant is going to yield the best result, which is what wet is. But, you know, a wetting agent, not all wetting agents are the same. And I've spoken about this a lot in the past, but yeah, not all wetting agents are the same. That's why they all have different price points. So typically a cheaper wetting agent. So wet is 100% of the active, of the polymer active, and non-ionic in ingredients. But let's say a cheaper one might be 600 or 60% of the active, or 50 or 40, 30, 20. I've even seen some as low as 10, and they're
600 is a popular one.
Yes, and 10% is being flogged off as a wetting agent, but it has like 10 times the application rate. Like, it's just stupid. Like, it is important to, and you know, you don't have to buy Lawnhub. Definitely helps because keeps us in a job, but not all wetting agents are the same. And I always advise people do their research, because the more research you do, the more knowledge you have, and the more knowledge you have, the more power you have. And at the end of the day, all we're trying to do is ensure that people are safe using products at home. And I was down a rabbit hole yesterday about fertilizer injection systems again. Clint and I spoke about it last week, but yeah, just if you're looking at doing that, just make sure you do all the research possible. Don't always believe everything you see on Facebook, because you want to keep you and your family safe as well as other people. But anyway, that's enough on that, because that'll get a can of worms opened, and you know, not everyone is ready for that conversation just yet. You know, you're probably going, what the fuck are you talking about?
I can't wait to hear the can of worms.
Yeah. How's your front lawn looking, Johnny? You're
Yeah, it's getting there.
Yeah, I haven't seen any updates lately.
No, I've just sort of been letting it go, letting it do its thing.
Yeah. What about your back? How's that going? Back lawn, that is.
Not talk about that.
Oh, no good.
Nah, it's going all right. Slowly getting there. It will definitely be a next season thing now.
Yep.
Yeah, just getting a bit late now. Probably
Rain.
got, 3-4 weeks left.
Yeah, well, if it's going to continue, I looked at the forecast with mid-20s, low 20s all next week. And just like that, it's just taken away from us. Rainer, hey Adam, I sent you 2 pics of grasses to identify. Previous owner laid the unidentified runner grass on the shaded southern side of the house, taking over my buffalo on the east side.
Yeah, it's probably a cooch or something.
Let's have a look.
Because he had 3 different types.
Yeah. There we go. Oh. That is carpet grass, my friend.
He lives in Queensland.
Yeah. That's going to be very difficult to get rid of in the buffalo.
A lot there's a lot of customers out there that just let that take over, and that's their sort of new lawn.
Coral Sea Fishing, Rainer.
Send me an email.
Yeah, I'm opening up his website. I want to have a look at it.
Yeah, that's a very hard one to get rid of out of Buffalo.
Out of Buffalo, yeah. So, look, my advice would be try and pull up as much as possible by hand. I know that. And
That looks very thick.
That looks very thick. The other thing that you could probably consider is just allow it to take over that area. If it's going to grow there, especially in the shade and the troublesome areas, I mean, it's probably better than having nothing at all. But, yeah, that looks very...
See it a lot in Queensland.
Yeah, well, when I was up there in May...
You see it at a lot of hotels and whatnot.
Yeah,
as well.
that's what I was going to say.
In Bali as well.
Yeah.
That's all their lawn is around their hotels and stuff.
Is carpet grass.
Yeah, that's all you see.
Can you pronounce the scientific name for it?
No,
Why not?
because
You got to learn.
carpet grass.
I want to have a look at Rainer's website. Coral Sea Fishing.
Does he operate charter?
Searching. It says he's the operations manager.
Nothing.
Oh, it's a food company.
Oh,
Very nice. If you got some coral trout that you've got left over,
trout.
there's a fucking trout. Very nice. There's a bluefin.
Seafood.
Love seafood. It's so
It's
good,
getting
eh?
expensive, isn't it? It's getting very expensive.
Yeah, but
Well, here in South Australia, that
it's
is.
because we have the best stuff, mate. What's your favourite fish to eat? Lawnhub Live stalks at lunch. That's funny, Kira. You like a trout, do you?
No, I like yellowfin whiting.
Yeah, that goes hard, especially when you catch them, cook them. My favourite, I think, fish in SA to eat is the bright red fish nanny guy. I love it. What I don't love is catching them in 80 metres of water, though.
Bit seasick.
No,
I'm just reeling it up. Like just a dead weight. By the
Oh,
end of
it's
it.
just dead weight, and you pick up and you got a rock cod.
Couple of hooks missing.
Rock cod. But yeah, other than that, like, I love squid.
Flathead.
Love squid.
I'm not a big fan.
I don't understand. You live in the best state in the world, but for southern calamari,
Yeah, so the little ones are good, but once they start to get a bit big, they get thick.
you just got to learn how to cook them, mate.
You just shoot. No.
Yeah.
No, it's not that.
Yeah, it sounds like
Don't agree.
It sounds like a user issue, a cooker issue.
I'll just let them go. No, I don't. No, the smaller ones are better,
Okay.
especially if you're doing pickled squid.
Do you eat the tentacles as well?
Yeah, that's the best part.
Oh, it's so good.
Bit of chili sauce, garlic.
Oh, stop it.
That's about it.
Might go fishing Sunday.
Salt and pepper.
Pepper. Mr. Mumbles, here is an absolute random question for y'all. May or may not be grass related. Do you guys do any charity work or charity events? Yes, we do, Mr. Mumbles. I do, with the help of Lawnhub's socials. But every year I do a golf day in my front yard. So those of you that don't know, when my lawn is humming, I have a putting green in the front of my yard, and Jye's you've been to all of them, haven't you, Jye? All three of them?
Can confirm, yes,
Yeah.
I have.
Anyway, basically there's a theme. So last year's theme was 70s, 80s. The year before was favourite sports person or most influential person, because not everyone's into sport. And then the first year was shit show / op shop apparel. So I think you came in a suit. Didn't
Yeah,
you? Yeah.
wore a suit.
Yeah.
A little bit sweaty.
Yeah, it was hot that day.
It was very hot.
Anyway, we raised money for the Black Dog Institution, so to raise money for mental health. Last year we managed to raise over $1,000, and our total amount that we've raised has been just under $3,000. So each year we're looking to, increase that more and more. It'd be great to hit the 10K mark, either this coming one or over the next couple. It's basically, without getting all deep and meaningful and shit, but basically mental health in general is important, but obviously men mostly don't talk about mental health. They just, they just sit on it and, like I said, don't want to get too much into it, but I went through a really rough couple of years in my life where I'm very fortunate now that I'm actually here to be able to do the things that I really enjoy. But if it wasn't for me accepting that I had a mental health problem at the time, like I said, I'm not sure where I'd be, but I definitely wouldn't be here enjoying talking shit on a Friday. So, and like I said, it's not just men, but everyone. It's important to talk about how you're feeling, and it's also important to realise that everything affects people differently. So whilst you can look from afar and be like, oh, well, that person is going through this and they seem fine, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to feel the same way in that situation. Like I said, I'm not going to get into it because unless people want to hear about it. But, that's what we do. So, we'll have – when is it? September, October. It's around October, I think. September, October.
Yeah, end of October.
Yeah, November. So it's around that time. I think last year we had about 30 odd people.
You're gonna need a bigger front yard.
Yeah, I mean probably. But yes, you can, Kira. But yeah, we about 30 people last year, about 30 odd people the year before, 20 odd the first year. So it's actually a really fun day. Last year we probably drank a lot.
No, you can't. You can't say we.
Yeah.
It's I.
Yeah, I drank way too much. I had too much fun.
Before anyone got there.
Yeah, I don't know, I just was so excited for the event that I just got ahead of everyone. But then my barbecue caught fire.
I was about to say that was the highlight.
So I actually can't remember who won.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember who won. But we have prizes as well. We get suppliers donate stuff and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, to answer your question, Mr. Mumbles, yes, we do. And yeah, so obviously, charity stuff like that. It's something that we were talking about previously, but and obviously sponsorship and stuff like that. We obviously can't sponsor everything. We can't, supply money to everything. But it's important that when we do, well, for me anyway, if we're going to do something, that it's something that we believe in or something that we want to do, rather than just, this company's doing it, so we may as well well. Got a couple more questions here. Oh, got a message. Oh, yeah. And Angel said, yeah. He said, correct, Jye. He can't say we. And we definitely didn't win. Yeah. I definitely didn't win. What Angel, I think she's saying is that she didn't lose, I lost. And my friend Michaela and Guy, they were the winners.
Oh, that's right, yes.
Bearded Sith, good on you, Adam. Thank you, mate. Blake Margin. Are you able to apply your products with the hose on bottles, or is it knapsack application only? Now, Blake, that's a very common question, and this is how I answer it. To get the most out of these products, they are calibrated to a pressure sprayer. You can, however, use the hose on bottles. I personally... Oh. There's a second question. Oh, there's an image that got sent through, but the second question got deleted. You can if you wish, but I don't know the application rates. I don't know the ratio rates. But if you want the most out of our products, it's advisable to use a pressure sprayer. Hopefully that answers your question. Jed Weddle. How can you determine if you have a fungus or just unhappy lawn? Have done a slow release fertilizer, but the lawn's not really come on. The lawn has spots on the leaf at the ends that yellowed. Any help? Jed, without physically looking at it, it's quite hard to tell, but and without sounding like an absolute flog, if you know what you're looking at, it's quite simple to determine what is fungus and what's not. But to the untrained eye, it gets rather confusing. Because how many times do you reckon a photo gets sent through of a lawn that they think is diseased when it's just dry or needs a wetting agent or something like that?
Or it's too much water.
Too much water, yeah. So if you could send a photo through to Jye at jye.warner@lawnhub.com.au, even if you're watching this back and or whatever, or if you're live right now, just send it through and we'll have a look at it. Yeah. But yeah, without seeing an actual image of it, gets quite hard too.
Yeah, definitely.
Gets a bit hard. But yeah. Who's playing tonight in the footy? Crows. Who are we playing?
I asked, who are we playing?
Yeah.
I remember I asked you before, you watching the footy tonight? Nah, who's playing?
Yeah. No, I get anxiety watching the Crows.
Yeah, the Crows versus the Cats.
Oh.
Nah, we'll be alright. We're not Collingwood, so.
We might be. We might be 0-2.
Oh, no.
I wonder if Clint's still watching.
Nah. It'll be an interesting game, that's for sure.
Matt Worth, not sure if my question got answered last week or not, but when should I be switching over to using Premature instead of Trojan? If you've got it, if you've got half a bucket of Trojan left, use that. Obviously, don't go out and buy a new bucket of Prem. But if you've run out or you're wanting to make the switch, get onto some Prem.
Or even if you're doing a mini reno, use your Trojan.
What's that?
There's a photo.
Yeah, Brandon sent me a photo. Ah, it's the size of Ervo's calculator next to an A4 piece of paper.
Jesus. Are you sure that's A4 piece of paper?
Yeah, it's huge. Like, you throw it, it'll kill someone.
What? It's like a laptop. Just right. Has it got games?
It comes with Snake. One of the previous admin people bought it for him.
Yeah, it's a good laugh, isn't it?
Yeah. Borderline bullying, but also funny.
Buttons are all spaced out as well.
Yeah. Oh, it's getting hot in here. Is the aircon on? Don't tell me you turned it off.
I haven't touched the aircon today because it was cold this morning. When we rocked up, I could see my breath.
Yeah. I'm bloody sweating. Is it off? It's just
on the
it's just
wall.
on the door. Can you feel it?
I can't feel
It's
anything.
bloody boiling, eh?
I'll probably need to turn the heater on.
It's absolutely boiling in here.
Oh God.
God, it is a bloody it's an effort to get out of here. That is for sure. All right, let's see if we got any more questions. Not at the moment.
Is that photo? See if that photo come through.
Yeah. Was it on, Kira? It wasn't. Whoever turned the aircon off, because it was on.
I didn't turn it off. Luke.
Surely not.
I haven't got a photo.
Did you pick your question yet, Kira?
The charity one.
The charity one.
That's a good question.
So
Mr. Mumbles.
from Mr. Mumbles.
He had a few questions today, didn't he?
Yeah, send us through send Jye an email at jye.warner@lawnhub.com.au and he will ship a bottle of NSFW to your door. If you already have an NSFW and you would rather swap it for another Lawnhub liquid, let him know.
Roots and shoots.
Roots and shoots, root and boots. Well, actually, yeah. Yeah, just reach out to Jye. He'll sort it out.
Roots and shoots is a good one to swap it out with.
Yeah.
Got anything else written down there?
Oh, yeah. Fuck, I forgot. Remember we were going to get... But I didn't get any photos come through. We are going to put photos on the back of the TV behind Johnny, remember? We'll make a note for that for next week.
What photos? Just
any lawn photos, yeah.
Okay.
So, anyone... Okay, here we go. Anyone that wants to have their lawn featured on the TV behind Johnny's head, which will probably be my head next week or the week after, send it through. Is it win@lawnhub.com.au? Yeah, I think it's win. Let me just check.
Will you talk about their lawn? Or just a general photo?
No, just photos to have
like a slideshow.
Yeah,
sort of
that's the word. That's the word.
Slideshow. PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah, like we're back in reception. We got publisher up. No, what was it?
Paint.
No, what was
In
that one?
reception, yeah, it was paint.
PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah.
No, you already said that, yeah. Yeah, so I think it's win. It's not load. It's not working. Me and bloody computers, I'll tell you what.
Because we're on that 5G network.
Go and get your tinfoil hat, mate.
Don't.
Yeah, win@lawnhub.com.au. Send through your photos. We'll feature them on the back of the screen. We'll go from there. Okay, so Jed emailed through the photos. And Sam Crocker. Oh, Mr. Mumble said he sent his photos to you. Okay.
Me.
Me? Sam Crocker, on the back of that question about Prem, what about got laid? Will that help spread Mike IQ and fill in the gaps in Vic? Yes, it will, Sam. Got laid is actually a really good all-round fertiliser, and I spoke about this a couple of weeks ago. It's actually one of the most underrated fertilizers in our product range, because it's actually it's an up, down and around fertilizer. It's really good. So, and I've said it before, I've used it at Dad's house just as a normal fertilizer, as a maintenance program. So it's really good to use around.
I haven't got their photo from Jed.
And Rainer. Yeah, one of them is definitely carpet grass. And the other one, I'm not sure. It could be a different strand of carpet grass. Because the runners are very, very, very similar in the nodes. So, look, in lawns like Cooch that you've got carpet grass growing through, you can use something like David Gray's crabgrass and clover killer or monument, but in kike or buffalo, it's going to be very, very difficult other than hand pulling them, unfortunately.
I've got no email from Jed.
Oh, where is? Here it is. What should I write about the weekly cut this week, Johnny?
The weather.
The weather. Whether the weather is hot, whether the weather is cold. Whatever the weather, whenever the weather is warm.
Which is which?
Which is which? I'm just checking. I love Instagram for the comments on our ads. Like some of them are just so funny. Like this one bloke this morning was having a dig. Apparently,
Like funny, or just funny? Like having a dig because they can hide behind a little screen.
Yeah, no, like apparently, like we resemble some porn website or something.
Who?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is he okay?
I don't know. I don't know what website he's looking at, but got a question here from Tay Evans. When I'm mowing with the cylinder, I'm finding I'm leaving indents where either side when turning. Any solutions? That's really common, Tay. So there's two things you can do. One, you can do what Clint's currently doing, where he's bought a piece of lattice from the green shop. So he mows to it, and then he's able to flip it around and then come back off of it. The other thing to do is, and this is what they do on golf courses, they mow the green and then come off and do a teardrop circle on the outside of the green and then come back on. It's really difficult unless you're holding the weight of the mower when turning up on the outside and leaning it down on the inside. It's very, very difficult. But yeah,
just keep practicing, really.
Yeah, keep practicing, or try and do a couple of outside passes. So if it's a square, you'll go around and then inside around, and then when you do your up and downs or sideways, you can cut to where you've already cut your surround cuts and then lift the blades up and bring it back, if that makes sense. Nicholas Forrest. Well, having had PGR in Buffalo before it got armyworm affect the way it will recover? Unfortunately, yeah, it will. You won't, because when you use PGR, and I've spoken about this before, but it brings, like on the nodes, it brings the leaves closer together, so it's not shooting as much like lateral growth. It's more of though it's tightening up what's already there. So you may unfortunately just have to wait for it to fall out of reg or regulation. Depending on how long ago you applied it, the weather, etc., there's a really good growing degree calculator on the Syngenta website that you can sign up for free. You can backdate as well to find out when it's going to come out of reg as well. Nick, if you're interested in more on that, because it is quite in depth, just send myself an email at adam@lawnhub.com.au. Unless Jye,
You got it.
Okay. I just didn't want to step on your toes. That's all.
You got the PGR questions.
Yeah, I can definitely help you out there. Absolutely. But yeah, it will have an effect, unfortunately. Natex Extreme. Any tips for a small mowing business on how to compete with the gyms mafia? That's a good question, Natex. So much so that you're going to get a bottle of NSFW. So send Jye an email, jye.warner@lawnhub.com.au, and he'll send you a bottle. Look, for me, when I had my lawn care business, when I was still working full time, for me, like, and I'm not saying that all of the mafia people are like this, but they were very much, the ones that I was competing with didn't have much eye for detail. So you got to be different in that sense. Like if someone wants you to just say, someone's like, oh, I've got this lawn, it's 5x5, it's 25 squares. I just want to mow an edge, right? They'll rock up, they'll do it. They'll do a rush job because they typically, and they're not all like this, so don't shoot me down, there'll be a lead fee. So the price that they're paying, the price that you're paying for something like that is inclusive of lead fees, et cetera, but for an independent, like yourself in this situation, you'll take all of that money. So keen eye for detail. So whether that's just doing things without being asked, like for example, like if you're mowing a small area and there's a couple of weeds in the garden bed, just pull them out, right? This is what I used to do. I used to just hand pull a few weeds. And you'd be like to the client, oh, hey, it's all done. What do you think? By the way, you had a few weeds in the garden. I just pulled them out by hand. Now, obviously, there's going to be a lot of people that go, oh, thanks for that, and then nothing.
Yeah.
But the good people and the people that I suppose you want on your payroll, right?
They'll get you back.
They'll get you back. They'll be like, oh, why are you here? Can you look at this? How much is this going to cost? And, you know, so that's how I developed a lot of reoccurring customers, because I just did little 1%ers. But that's just my personality. I used to do a lot in our old job and stuff like that. But customer service is massive. Communication is massive. Talk to the customer as if, like, it's hard. Like, one of the clients that I had, she was the boss of the house, so she was responsible for everything. And I'd be to her, like, look, it's hot for the next 3 or 4 days. You just have to make sure you bring the sprinkler out. Like, just give them little tips. Be like, hey, it's probably due for a fertilizer, and you can say like these areas, so and so, and you know, anything to sort of upsell and all that sort of stuff as well is important. But just those little keen eye for detail, and depending on the scope of the job that you want to do, if you just want to mow lawns rather than full lawn care programs, you know, I used to offer both, but I was more inclined to do full lawn care programs and fully transform people's lawns and stuff. And it was hard work, and I didn't get a lot of work initially because it was quite extensive process, but I was also working 50 hours a week in the supermarket. Yeah. So it was very difficult anyway, but just, yeah, 1%ers, customer service, they're the two biggest things. And the third one would be keen eye for detail. Just, you know, those, like I said, when you're edging, make sure it's, make sure it's, you know, like the edges are straight. They're not, you know, squiggly lines. And Nat just said the majority of the lawns they mow are holiday homes, so there's very rarely face-to-face interaction. Yeah, wicked. So yeah, everything I just said goes out the window. I don't know, because as well, you don't want to go in on price, because if you just say you're like you're still like, you don't want to be. I never wanted to be the cheapest, because what's the point, right? And for me, I had that luxury. I was already working full time, so I didn't have to take the $20, $30 mows. But that's tough, because I didn't have any holiday homes. Mine were all like homes, like people's homes. So, you know, I suppose just making sure that when you're there, like I said, the attention to detail, you know, potentially, and this is something that I didn't do and I still don't do, is take lots of photos. So like, if you've just taken over a property, take before photos and take after photos, and you know, you could show that, you could send that to the client, or alternatively you could also use it on social media with permission and stuff like that. Social media as well is its own game. Like, it's really, really, it can be really, really good, and it can be really, really bad. So you know, constant engagement on social media is difficult, and it is a full-time job, but you know, the quickest way to grow on social media is to be active, to be uploading quality content, and responding to people, you know, that ask questions. Like, it could be something as simple as, oh, what mow was that? You know, like that one answer then, you know, gets the algorithm going and stuff like that. And yeah, Kira's just written here, solid self-branding, social promos, maybe even join lawn pages and share your services too. Like, just stuff like that. And you look at the guys in the States, like, there's YouTube channels that have millions of subscribers that just mow lawns and big commercial properties. And, you know, I'm not saying copy that, because it might not be your style, but find your style and really work with it. There's no point trying to do something if it's not you, because you just get tired and sick of it, because it's like, man, this isn't me. But if you're comfortable in front of a camera and you're comfortable talking and going, hey guys, I'm at this holiday home today. It's got buffalo lawn. I'm going to also hedge the hedges because they're a bit out of control. Yeah, you know, just the possibilities are endless. But one thing that I do strongly suggest is don't compete on price. Don't lower your prices, because you know your worth. And if you believe that you're worth a certain dollar an hour, don't fall to other people's like, oh, well, I'll just get so-and-so in
to do it cheaper.
Because you know your attention to detail is more advanced than those other people, and you know the quality of work is going to be better. That's it's easy to say now, but it's something I wish I did more when I was doing it. Like, I had so many people try and talk me down, and I just wouldn't reply because I'd be like, oh, I've got to, whatever, I don't care.
I'm working.
Yeah, I'm working. But, yeah, hopefully that helps, and hopefully I didn't go on too much of a tangent. Holiday homes for me is quite difficult because I never did any, so...
But getting into those homes would be different as well.
Yeah, and
difficult.
like it'd be big contract work too. I'm suspecting like it'd be money that you're guaranteed in a sense. Regards to this from Mr. Mumbles. Regards to resembles a porn site. My nephew was given a beer and used my Lawnhub's cooler, and he yelled out after a few beers, "I know that porn site." Never heard of it.
Who?
Yeah.
Owen who?
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, we've spoken about that before, but they tried taking us on and they didn't win. So, Jacob Cantrick, love the talk, boys. Thanks for all the advice. Anytime, mate. That's what we're here for. That is what we're here for.
But next week could be Thursday.
Yeah, I doubt Clint's probably watching. He might be watching. Have you got any messages from him?
He might be on a plane.
Oh yeah, he might be on the plane, eh?
Will they get back today?
Yeah. Yeah, they got out before the Grand Prix started.
It'd be busy at the airport at that time,
Be
wouldn't it?
bloody mental. Mm. Do you watch the F1s, Johnny?
No, I'd love to go to it. Would love to go to it.
Well, Melbourne stole it from us, so.
They did.
Have you watched
Imagine
Drive
that.
to Survive?
Started watching it.
So have I. I'm up to the last episode of the first season. There's like 8 seasons.
Watched the first 2 episodes.
Yeah.
When you have kids at home, that's very hard to watch.
Just-
Samuel actually wanted to watch it.
Yeah?
He was like, "Can we watch that?" I'm like, "All right, let's watch it."
He
And
also
then
wanted to
bored.
watch it, so.
I think he drew Pennywise the other day.
Well, at school. At kindy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And did the kindy ring in? Be like, oh,
Yeah,
what's
they're
this?
like, "Does he watch scary movies?" I'm like, yeah. Oh, so did I as a kid.
Yeah. Yeah. So did I. Yeah. Well, we've got 8 minutes left.
8 minutes.
Anyone's got any more questions, feel free to send them through. What
Just-
gets rid of wireweed from Brandon Nixon? I have someone on the phone. What lawn variety, Brandon? What lawn variety?
Please say Cooch.
Yeah, it'd be easy.
Don't say Buffalo.
Yeah, don't say buffalo. Buffalo. Yeah. Very difficult, Brandon.
Yeah. Let's get down to pre-emergent.
Yeah, so it's a hand pull,
Just to
then
stop it.
pre-emergent. All right, Jack Chapo, hills in winter. I cannot use Trojan due to increase sporadic rainfall. What can I replace power feed with? I previously sprayed when I knew there was going to be a break in the rain. Either 3-way or roots and shoots for sure. Yeah. I wonder if it's going to be a wet winter.
It was very dry last winter, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, we got our first lot of rainfall properly since January. We got 6 mil the other day.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. Oh, yes. Was that Monday?
Yes.
Yeah, I did see that. Because we had some rain, I think. It was when we went away. I'm like, I didn't see that. I'm like, I haven't seen rain in ages, but Monday I've seen rain.
Yeah, pissed down.
Forgot what it looked like.
Yeah, forgot what it smelt like as well.
Does it smell wet?
So wet. Oh, God. Hey, guys, any tips for laying tiff tough in regional Victoria after ripping up bent grass? Mrs. McCulloch. That's really cool. that you ripped up the bent grass. Look, you can use glyphosate to spray the soil of the bent grass before bringing in new soil. As I said before, it's not, or as I've mentioned previously, it's not residual. So once it's dried, it's fine to do whatever.
Do it, yeah, straight away.
So yeah, definitely get some of that down. Bring in some new soil if you can, if it's not leveled or whatever, and then cherry popper pack. Loves it.
Irrigation system.
Oh yeah, and if you've got money in the budget for irrigation system, definitely it'll pay for itself. Not having to move the hose. What happens if you use roots and shoots too often? Will it do any damage? Mr. Monk 21. No, it won't do any damage. But like I said before,
How many Big Macs can you eat?
yeah, that's right. How many Big Macs can Jye eat on a Sunday night after
Fair few.
a gutful?
A gutful. Not on a Sunday. That's a school night.
It is a school night.
Sunday.
We're almost 30, and we're still saying. Well, saying no, you're not almost 30. What are you this year? 29.
School night.
Fucking hell.
Still a school. What would you call it then?
I'm 30 this year.
My throat hit full kettle laugh.
Like,
In my lungs.
I'm struggling to get out of bed as it is, man. Like, God. Mr. Mumbles, really appreciate all the work, guys. No matter who you guys bring in, it's always a great watch overall. Thank you, Mr. Mumbles.
Thank you.
Jaden Sankey. Hey, fellas, from Perth Hills, WA. Ready to apply Celiprin and Spartan. Is there any other product worth applying with these, and how much watering is required afterwards? A wetting agent. So if you have liquid Celiprin, Spartan and wet, they can all be tank mixed together and sprayed. And it is required afterwards about 6 to 10 mil of irrigation. Hopefully that helps. Cool. All right. So we've given away bottles of NSFW.
All of them?
Yeah, I think so, haven't we?
How many were you giving away?
4.
4. I've given...
2.
All right, so we've got 2 more. Jye, you pick someone.
Yeah, because that guy.
Oh, Connor Bedo just sent me an email about the Easter egg.
Oh,
Let's see if it's right.
what? It's right.
No.
Oh,
Sorry, it's taken a while to load on my computer because someone's doing a live stream and it's hugging all the data.
I'm hungry again.
While I'm waiting for that to load. Yeah, what'd you bring for lunch today?
15 Big Macs.
Blake Margin, have you guys used your Zito Scarify? Thinking of getting it for next season as I use their cylinder mower currently. No, I haven't used one. Have you used one?
No, I've heard good reviews
Yeah.
on the cylinder though.
Yeah. Look, I don't think there'd be any issue using it. I think it'd be pretty cool actually, but yeah, I can't really speak for it because I haven't used it. So
Just have a look at the reviews on the B website. But the cylinder mower, customers do rave on about that.
yeah. All right. So Connor, if you're watching, it's my best guess and evidence for who Clint worked for, lawn porn and the Easter egg is this comment. You got the first half right, so it was lawn porn, but that's not the Easter egg. So keep looking, Connor.
What was the comment?
Oh, it's just a review, like lawn porn incoming, I think. Anyway,
Keep looking.
Keep looking. It's literally you got to read everything.
That's all the clues.
Yeah, that's all the clues. But yeah, if I think I've answered them all. Got that one. Oh, here we go. We're applying Spartan Hindergrass for repair. Done a light scout. So should I wait till it's back to normal before applying? Grass type is Village Green Kaku. No, if the lawn was healthy before you scarified, hence even coverage, like as long as the root profile of the Kaku is strong, you can still apply. And it's Spartan, Barricade, Onset, whatever you've got. That's, yes, that is completely fine. If that's everything, is that everything, Kira? That is everything. Johnny, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for the invite.
It's okay, mate. I know it was last minute, even though it was all over our socials.
I didn't even see it.
Yeah, I know. I could tell.
He just rang me and was like, hey, make sure you have lunch before 12. And I was like, brr.
Yeah, because Luke came in and said, well, he doesn't know that.
I was just packing orders. I was like, got so much to do.
But no, that's it. Everyone, have a great weekend. Hopefully you're able to do whatever it is that you're willing to do, whether that's being out in the lawn, garden, or if you're like us in our previous workplaces, you would be working. But what does Clint say? Be kind to yourself, be kind to each other. And I'll see you later.
Watch the repeat of the Collingwood game.